Hey everybody, it's Robin Scrimger here with Coldwell Banker Oceanside Real Estate, and everyone's asking what is going on in the market. There's a lot of concern, trepidation, fear, and it's understandable because the feds have raised interest rates twice now. We're expecting one more, and the question that we're getting all the time here from our clients is, what should I do? What's happening? And what does this all mean for us? So I've put a whole lot of data and stats together just to try to make sense of it all, because everything you're hearing in the media primarily is not good, but there is a lot of light in this tunnel still, and there are many reasons still to make a move. And without further ado, I'll just jump into some of the stats and the data here. I wanted to start with some mortgage rate scenarios and market value scenarios, just so you can see kind of what that bigger picture looks like. And then we'll jump into some historic trends so that you can see in the Victoria market what some of those trends historically look like, what the most recent trends over the last few months are looking like, and what this all means for you. So here we go. In these mortgage scenarios, what I wanted to put together was, let's say, for example, this is talking about how rate increases are going to impact your affordability and your monthly payments. So let's say you purchase a home for $550 and you put 20% down back when the interest rates were 2.5%. Your monthly payment, $1,971 a month. Let's say you've waited for average prices to come down by 10%. Rates are now 1% higher. You can see your monthly payment. It's almost identical within a few dollars. Scenario 3, if you're waiting for that big 20% correction, which is, it's hard to say whether or not that's going to happen here in Victoria. I'm not optimistic that we're going to see that big of a decline, even with interest rate increases, just because we still have a housing shortage here. But in that scenario, you'd be paying $440 for that same price or same home that you paid $550 for, but you're paying 2% more, and your monthly payments are, they're not that much less. So while the market value and the value of the home has come down significantly, your monthly payments, you're not actually saving that much. In scenario 4, I'm not even really going to touch on this because I don't think we're going to see an increase of 5% over the next year. But if you paid more for that house and you were paying more on your interest rates, you're going to be paying substantially more monthly. You're to the tune of, almost $500 a month, it's a heck of a lot of money. So that just touches on the interest rates. But now let's look at Victoria as a whole and what's been happening. So I've put some charts and some data together. The first chart that we have here, this is pulled from the Home Pricing Index for the Victoria Real Estate Board. And this is our single family home average pricing. So this goes back all the way to January of 2005, pretty irrelevant. Let's go 3 years back to before the pandemic. We can see average prices were $785. 12 months ago, they were $1 million. And, as of June, you can see they're still rising on average month over the last 6 months. So, we're probably going to see a bit of a correction, but is it going to come down to pre-pandemic levels? I think not. That would be a 40+% decline in market values, which is highly unlikely. Let's take a quick look at the condo market as well. Similar data. We can see back 12 months ago, condos were at $491. They're now averaging in June at $630. For us to see that type of decline, even a 20% decline would still bring us above where we were 12 months ago, and definitely substantially more than pre-pandemic levels. And I think that we're pretty safe because let's look at some actual data in the Victoria market that supports kind of where things have been selling and probably will continue to sell. So here we've got this data is what homes are selling for in all of the Greater Victoria area. These are single family homes from March of this year through till June. And you can see, when things were quite heated, things were going for on average 105% of the list price. And now the trend lines move downward, but still in June, homes are selling for very close to that price that they're listed for at just under 99% a list. If we look at a 2-year trend, if we look at a 5-year trend, we can see back in 2017, things were selling for, pretty close to 100%. We had a bit of a dip here, around 99% in 2018. It peaked back up again. And then in 2019, there's some good buying opportunities, but things were still selling for pretty close to what they were listed at about 97%. We saw this massive spike, and now we've kind of come back down to reality. If we take a look at the 2-year trend, again, for the same data, we can see here, things have stayed historically in Victoria close to what they've listed for, in spite of the ups and downs and the changes in interest rates. So the reason that I show you all of this data is to give you a bit of peace of mind about our market here in Victoria, and probably the strength that will continue over time, just based on historically what we've seen happen here in Victoria and kind of on a broader picture in Vancouver Island. And the reason for that is we have a housing shortage still. We don't have enough housing for people. The rental market is still quite strong here. We have a very diverse economy here in Victoria that's supported by several different industries. And we're continuing to see a lot of migration to the Victoria area and Vancouver Island, owing to the fact that we've got the best climate on Earth, and who wouldn't want to live here, really. So hopefully all of this data has been helpful to you. I know that, it's sometimes hard to know what to do, but if you would like more data, more information, just kind of more historic trends, please reach out anytime. We can provide all of those for you. And in the meantime, enjoy all that Victoria has to offer and have an awesome day.